All right, it's a beautiful day here in Indy. October 2nd, another warm day in the 80s, very unusual for this time of year. I did a teaching on Sunday entitled The Rest of God, and I believe if you can check that out, you'll be blessed by that teaching. I define rest as using the power of another. And if you see the graphic, you'll see that I got a surfer in that graphic for the title. I took a picture in California years ago of a guy surfing, and I thought about how that surfing is kind of like resting in the Lord, because the surfer is not swimming with his arms and legs. He's moving, he's doing something, he's involved, but mainly he is riding the wave, the power of the water on the wave. And I thought that's how we really relate to God, His Word, and we are not resting as in sleeping. That's a different kind of rest. But we're resting in that we're working, we're doing things, but we're doing it through the power of God, through the power of grace. And the book of Hebrews talks about resting in the Lord. It says there remains a rest for the people of God. It says labor to enter into rest. It's so important that we use the power of another, the power of God, until he stresses over and over again the importance of that. He gives an example of Israel, who the Bible says that they did not enter God's rest. They provoked him. That goes back to Numbers 13 and 14, where he sent the 12 spies into the land, and 10 of them they saw giants and walled cities, and they were distracted from what God said. Now, God said the land was good, and then God said, go look at it. Tell me what you see. You know, when God tells you something and then says, go look at it, that's a test to see if you're operating in faith. He also said in Hebrews that even though the people had that promise, God's works were finished from the foundation of the world. See, when God has a plan, whatever God does, it's already finished, right? He tells us to do something, but he's already finished it, right? He's God. And really what resting in God is that we are relying on the finished works of Christ. So when God makes a promise, when God tells you to do something, you should realize that if God said it, it's because he already finished it. And he wants you to enter into it. Hence the idea of entering into rest, right? So it's not that we do nothing, but that what we do is through the strength of God. Again, using the power of another. There's a whole lot in there. There's a whole lot in that teaching. I believe that resting in the Lord is one of the foundational principles to our Christian lives. I want to encourage you to go to brianhudson.com and check out that teaching. I believe it will bless you. It will encourage you. It will take you to a place where you can use the power of another. You can get a whole lot done, especially if you're using God's power. So God bless you. Have a great day. And if the teaching blesses you, let me know. Make a comment if you want to on the blog or whatever. Check the podcast out. Check out the YouTube video. It's all there. God bless.